Hello! Today we will be making two types of relief art, all within one piece. So over here we have a sunken relief. As you can tell, it has layers going inside. And on my right is a raised relief, as I have layers on top of each other going upwards, hence raised. These pieces came from my sunken relief, and I am planning to glue these pieces on the back. So it'll be a 2-in-1 artwork. I'm gonna set that aside for now so we can get started. I have one that already is ready to go. When you start, you will have 4 pieces of paper here. You definitely want to start with a really big design. Try to fill up at least corner to corner here because your designs for your layers will be a lot smaller. So that's what I did with this one. I did a really big design. I did kind of like a lake abstract sort of design, and I used an Xacto knife. When you use an Xacto knife, definitely make sure your blade is tight, so it's good and set, and make sure you use it as at a 45-degree angle, so something like this on your paper. You do not want it up and down. You'll tear your paper, it won't be any good, and you don't want to drag it on the bottom, on the blade. Again, that won't turn out very good either. So definitely putting light pressure at that nice 45-degree angle. And that's what I did. I did that 45-degree angle all the way around. And you can do little areas at a time, but I try to do it all at once. As you notice, my curves are very smooth, and that's what happened with just one nice long stroke. So I took my pieces, I'm going to set that aside over here. And these will be like the base pieces for my raised relief, similar to what we saw over here. We just need those middle layers. So I continued making the layers from my base. How do we do that? I will show you. I'm going to take another piece of paper and put it under the big one that you just did. Now when it comes to making another design, don't trace the same thing, or else you won't have that much of the layer showing. Do like another one on the inside that's slightly smaller. Because when you do so, let me just add that behind. I'm going to add the smaller one behind it, and I'm going to put it on the background now. So now you can see the one I did smaller behind it shows that layer. And you repeat the same process until you almost run out of room. Here's my third paper, again that's smaller. I'm going to put that right behind. I still need to cut out my third one here. So I only have 2 layers here, but I didn't have the 3 over here. And then I just simply take my 4th piece that I did not cut, and I put that as my background. Like so. It's pretty nifty and pretty neat. If you want, you can glue it together to be all solid like this. If you'd like dimension, you can add a little bit of like foam or wire, a little bit of glue to raise it up. And you can really see right now there's so much more dimension because that shadow is casting downwards. And you can almost do that with every layer, which is pretty neat. You can even like paint or color your layers as a gradation. So this could be like a dark blue going to a light blue. Similar to that what we see in lakes. So yeah, I'm really excited for this project. I hope you will be too. And I'm really excited to see what awesome things you create. You don't have to do an abstract kind of lake design. If you want to make like a forest or something that's like subject and realistic, you can try to go for it. I think just for our first one, this will be a lot easier to start out with. All right, I'll see you in class.